the final video on the Anderson plug. I wasn't entirely happy with it before, given that 50 amp cable all the way to the back. I was concerned about voltage drop, so I removed the 50 amp that you see me previously put in there, and I put some 100 amp in there. You might be able to see down in there that the thickness of the wire is quite larger than the smaller 50 amp which is there. There's a 50 to the trailer brakes, and there's the 100 amp. Now, what I've done since then, last video, I've also lifted the bar and painted it, given clearance, put the cover on. There's our Anderson plug with a dust cover. I originally said it was waterproof, but I found out it wasn't. It's more of a dust cover, which still looks better on a good mounting plate. You notice there too, I've got my reverse camera tucked up underneath, so it tells me what I can look at with my tow bar and the like and still see. I still haven't wired up my panel yet, so I may have to tilt that a bit more yet. Standard 7-pin plug, and then for my regular trailer and everything, and then of course I'll have the bigger plug for the camper trailer, which has the trailer brakes attached to it. All in all, very happy with the system. Tow bar, you can see there, I added that and lifted that as well to match the car and reinforce the welds. You can see there, very big welds. Also put some big steel pins in for recovery. It's pretty good. Now the other thing too, with these internal sockets, they still go along with the other wire, the 100 amp wire to the Anderson plug, but I've added the fuse in for these because we've still got 20 amp circuit, but I've added a fuse and a fuse cover, so the things are now fused. There's 15 amp fuses in there. They'll take up to 20, which is what they're designed for. So they're both sides. This one up higher, you see, put the 15 amp fuse in there again, easy to get at. Again, I've used stainless steel fittings in the corner, and all in all it looks quite neat and tidy, up out of the way where it's not going to get damaged. Come back here further, you can see how it's all set up, all clustered together. It's not going to get damaged at all. The other thing I want to show you, put my lock, pop my hood. To the Anderson plug, I actually put one of these in, a 50 amp circuit breaker, so it's still only a 50 amp Anderson plug, but it's now thermal circuit breaker. And what I like about this is that when it's not being used, I can actually switch it off, which is there in the off position. When I want to, I can just click it in, and that puts me power directly to the Anderson plug and to the auxiliary sockets. And when I don't want to use it, I just push the button, disconnects it. What I've also done with 100 amp, when it's in, down in under there, I'll try and get a photo of it, film of it, you might be able to see it down in there. There's a 500 amp relay, or solenoid. Now, a lot of that is for dual battery winching, but this particular solenoid has 4 terminals, well 6 really, 2 for the activation of the solenoid, 2 on top, which are a big 500 amp, and the two which you can see on the side, which are actually 100 amp. And at the top they're normally off, the bottom's normally on. And what I've done is run the circuit back through that to the Anderson plug through the ones that is normally on. So that means that when I switch to dual battery winching, it automatically isolates the Anderson plug and any auxiliaries, not draining the battery while you're using dual battery winching, because that's where you want your main power to be. Okay, cool. Oh, that's right. The other thing I did too was inside the cab, I spliced into the 100 amp wire to the back, so that when it's actually switched on, an LED comes on in the dash, letting me know that there is power to the circuit. So if this ever trips and the LED goes out when I'm using the Anderson plug, then I know that I've lost power, and any fridge or power to the camper trailer that I might be running in the back of it isn't going to lose power, because I get a warning with the light going out.